Hey everyone, Brandon here. Welcome back to another video. Today in this video, I want to talk about something that kind of made my blood boil a little bit when reading through, aspiring entrepreneur thread. And it caught my eye because I thought it was pretty, not just obnoxious, but I was like, that doesn't seem right to me. And the phrase was, most people aren't too lazy to make money online, they're just too disorganized. And I think it's a mixture of two different things, because everybody has this dream when they decide to become they wake up one day and say, hey, I want to build a business. Hey, I want to be an entrepreneur. And they get kind of the, shiny object syndrome, where it's like, ooh, let me find that next best thing. Let me pick it. Let me do it. And they don't know where to go, where to start. They have this grandiose idea. And let's say it's let's say they want to build a dog walking business. Well, they know they love dogs. They know that they can walk dogs. And that is what they're really good at. And they're thinking to themselves, hey, I want to build a business out of dog walking, and I think I can really do it. I just had a dementia moment. Because I'm reading it, I'm reading the prompt, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but why are you saying dog walker? Because we're talking about making money online. I am exactly the prompt this is right now. Most people aren't too lazy to make money online. They're just too disorganized. I'm having an experience with disorganization right now. Disorganization in my own thoughts over an online space. It's not because I'm lazy. It's not because I don't want to make the video or anything, but it's because I don't have a structure that's already laid out in my head that says, hey, let's do this way. And I think that's how a lot of entrepreneurs are. They develop a passion about something and they want to jump ahead to step number 10, but they completely forget or skip over steps 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it doesn't even matter how much experience or how much knowledge that you have in a certain space. You will still end up with that level of disorganization, or this level of, scatterbrained, not because you want it, but because there is just so much going on in building a business, whether it's offline or online, that you are constantly thinking about, what am I doing for accounting? What am I doing for finance? Hey, there's a strategy I want to do in this, but I don't know if it's going to work. I need a proof of concept. And so you go through the scenarios in your head of, what if? Am I gonna use the proof of concept for this purpose, or am I gonna bring it to this? Do I need to hire out some help? Is my cash flow going to maintain it? One client I have right now has a negative cash flow, and he doesn't know what to do. His mind is ready, willing, and able to push through any type of obstacle that he has, but now he doesn't have the cash flow, and it's created a level of disorganization both for himself and the business. He doesn't know where to go, and so he's kind of stuck waiting on the market to do one thing or the other. That's why this phrase, I think, is the overall phrase that most people aren't lazy to make money online. Yeah, I don't believe people who go into the act and take the risk. They push down the fear and they say, hey, I'm going to become somebody. I'm going to make this product work. I'm going to sell this service. I'm going to make it. Most of the time, they're going to hear all the naysayers. It's going to be friends. It's going to be family. It's going to be the outer world. They're going to hear all these things of, oh, hey, it's too hard to do it that way. Or, 99% of entrepreneurs fail. Or they'll read up on all these other people that are succeeding, and they have that both insecurity and discouragement simply because other people have been doing it longer or have been successful at it far before they can come into the space. So I think that most people who are coming into becoming an entrepreneur are literally going to be an all or nothing situation. They're either going to be so gung-ho about it that they are going to do everything all at once and have quick burnout, or they're going to get started and they're not going to they're going to get hit with too many external problems that are beyond their control, that they're also going to burn out. It doesn't even matter about the disorganization aspect of it, but if you are organized and you have kind of this systematic approach to dealing with problems, you're going to be able to counteract any type of, not every, but any type will be easier for you to handle problems coming in for your business. Not even, I haven't even gotten to the online side of things, making money, but I'm just thinking as a brick and mortar business, as a entrepreneur that actually has a physical thing. When you bring in the element of the online space and you say, hey, I need to do all these things physically, but now I'm adding in the extra layer of online and trying to figure out how to monetize the online portion of it. If you are disorganized, you're going to have a harder time bringing it into the online space, but it's not going to be a factor of you being too lazy. It's going to be more of a factor of, hey, when I understand my business as a brick and mortar, I understand who my customers are in my neighborhood. I know how to run the business day to day while I'm physically in front of it, touching it. But now that you have that extra layer of not only is it not something physical, but your customers are not your customers, but kinda. And then you're bringing it over into this more of an abstract of a way to make money. And there's so many options when going through online money making for any type of business. What is my advertising medium? What type of software am I going to use? What type of website and storefront am I going to use? Do I want to pay for this service? Do I want to pay for this freelancer? How do I function with all of these various things? And it's also, I'm having to run a physical business at the same time. The level of difficulty literally doesn't even matter how organized or how not lazy, essentially how not lazy you are. You will still run into a level of difficulties when bringing your brick and mortar business over to the online space. Full stop. Now, let's take a perspective of you don't even have a physical store, physical business. You, because of the ease of access for the internet, you've just decided to just jump right into trying to make money online with a physical product, a digital product, any type of product. You now don't have because of the ease of access and because you are passionate about whatever it is you're trying to sell, there is that lack of experience in the outer market that you have. You don't know what's going to hit you where. You now have so much energy because it's the very beginning of your business with the ideas that you can get it all done now, quickly. You set everything up, you're extremely organized, you put everything together. Now you have a storefront online, now you have a product or service, you've priced it all out, you're sitting there, you're shouting it to the wind, and no sales are happening. That's most likely how everybody's experience is right now for online shopping and online business building is you do all of this, full stop. You're not making any sales, you're not making any customers. There's so much nuance that you haven't discovered yet because you didn't come from a brick and mortar to an online space, so you didn't have that established experience. But now you're starting from scratch on an online store, and because the environments are completely different, that means all of your regular bias and stereotype that you would have applied for the brick and mortar store to make things work no longer applies to the online store. So you have to bring it into a new way of thinking. You have to figure out a new way from yourself perspective, from your customer perspective, from how you're going to manage all of it perspective. It is easier, but it is harder at the same time. I'm not saying that it's there are so many success stories because of the access of the internet and online stores that of course anybody can make it work. Not saying that it's impossible, but I am saying that there is perspectives and there's a level of, it's comparing apples to oranges when you are developing one versus the other, and then you are trying to translate something physical to the digital versus starting digital and expanding from there. Pros and cons to all of it. I can't think of anything else I want to say on this. Alrighty guys, if you liked the video, if you enjoyed my rambling, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you disagree with my opinions, please post it below. And if you have had success from a brick and mortar standpoint, bringing it over to the online space, tell us about it. We would love to hear your experiences. And also for people who have just started an online store and have expanded from there, tell us what you thought was going to happen and then what actually happened. And does that resonate with your own biases, or did you have to completely shift your own point of view? Alrighty guys, until next time, bye.